And we are rolling. What's up, guys? Welcome to Unlimited Freedom. Whoops. Welcome to Unlimited Freedom. This is Vaughn with Unlimited Freedom, and today we're going to be getting into our Q&A session. So this is a session that I do every week. We're going to do it around this time. It's going to be Fridays. Right now, it is 12 p.m. Central Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and 10 a.m. Pacific. Okay, so we're gonna be doing this thing live. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go ahead and get into the Q&A. And what I do is I randomly select your guys' comments. I read them, I respond to them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and try, a couple of different approaches. Today, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to go ahead and do that first. And then what I will do is I will come back after the general Q&A is finished. And then I'm going to go and try to, engage with you guys in the chat as much as I can. But like I said, these comments have been, they've been randomly selected. So we're just going to kind of get into the session. Now, before we get started, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, and I am not your financial advisor. Okay. I'm just a guy who comes on here. I talk about what I'm doing in a lot of different areas. Okay. We talk about crypto on here, we talk about crypto platforms. We talk about the stock market. We talk about Forex, high frequency Forex, a little bit of real estate, binary options trading. So we got a lot going on here at the Unlimited Freedom Network. Okay. And it is a network. It's a network because we diversify here. Okay. So we're not just talking about one platform. We're not putting all our eggs into the same basket here. We are diversifying and we're making sure that we got a lot of different things going on so that if one thing doesn't work out, well, you've got like 6 or 7 other things going on. So it's not the end of the world, right? And that's one of the ways that you have to do it, especially when you're in some more high risk spaces like we're in. So what else, guys? Don't forget to like the video. You know how YouTube is. The more likes that you get, the more YouTube will push your content out there. So help me out. If you get some value from this, if you like what we talk about on here, make sure that you hit the like button. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Okay. And that way you'll be notified. If you ring that notification bell, you'll be notified every time I release a new video. Okay. So please do that for me. If you haven't done that yet, go ahead and hit that like button. So let's go without further ado and crack into these questions, guys. Okay, here's the first one. And this is about NOVATECH. So they said they should at least give everyone's initial investments back. Okay. And I thought these guys were trading crypto. Where's the money at? Right? Where's the money at? And that's a good question. I mean, because look, guys, listen, if they are, doing everything that they said they've been doing this whole time, which is they said that they've been lucrative, they've been trading crypto. They said that they've been trading Forex where it's legal offshore. They can't trade Forex for the United States clients, but they can trade crypto. So they say that they've been doing that. They've been trading the Forex offshore, where it's legal. And they've been saying that they've been making like a large profit, right? And that they only trade with 20% of the funds. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting an ad playing on my phone here. Wait 1 second, guys. And the thing about stuff like this, guys, is if you wait to like go live, or if you wait to do stuff like this, like do a YouTube channel till everything's perfect, you're never gonna start, right? You just never even start because nothing's ever like totally without bumps in the road or totally perfect. So yeah, if they're doing all this trading and if it's so profitable, where's the money at? Well, you got people on the one side who say you've got people over here who just say, "Oh, it's a total Ponzi scheme. It's a total scam. They were never doing any trading. They were never doing any of that in the first place." And then you've got people on the other side who say, "No, no, no, everything's fine. There's no problem whatsoever." Right? So, which one is it? Well, hopefully it's a happy medium. Hopefully it's somewhere in the middle where, and I can only speculate as to where the money is at. And the problem with that, guys, the problem is that Novatech has had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to communicate about this stuff, to speak to us about this stuff, to give us a straight communication, tell us exactly what's going on with the money, tell us exactly what's happening behind the scenes, why the delays are happening, why you froze the account, right? If everything is above board, right? And if everything is, just like you say, no problem, nothing going on here, nothing to see here. If everything is like that, then why can't you communicate that to us? Why can't you let people know? But the only thing that we're getting from the Novatech leadership is, just stay calm, don't worry about anything, have faith. Okay. And that's when you've got a lot of money on the line, right? That's just not going to be good enough for a lot of people. Right. And especially, what if people need to access that money now and then they can't? So what if people actually really have an emergency or something like that? They need to access the funds that are in their trading account and they can't do it. What happens then? Those people are going to be, doing what unfortunately some people have been doing is people have been trying to sound the alarm, right? They've been trying to ring the bell. And that sounds like this. Guys, let me know in the chat if you can hear the sound effects okay. Um, yeah, so they're trying to so some people are like that, like they're trying to contact their regulators, or they're trying to contact their state, or they're trying to call a lawyer and see if they can file a lawsuit. I'm not at that point yet. I don't have any inclination to do that. I always knew that I was taking a risk when I got into Novatech. I always knew that the ultimate risk in any type of platform like this, the ultimate risk is the platform fails and you lose everything. Right? So the ultimate risk is 100% loss. And if the person who brought you into Novatech didn't tell you that, then that was an L. Okay, that was an L. They should have told you that. If with any platform, the absolute risk, or anything you're doing in life, right, the absolute risk is a 100% loss. And so I realized that going into it, and that's why it's, I mean, if it does fall apart, it sucks, man, and I'm not going to be happy about it, but I am going to be continuing in the space, right? Because the fact is, I've made a lot of money with Novatech. A lot of money can be made with these types of platforms, but you're always going to have a point, when you're in this type of investing where you take a hit, right? You're always going to have a point where you take a punch. Okay, you take a hard punch, you get knocked down, and then you gotta right, you gotta pull the emergency brake. You gotta hit the brakes on everything you're doing and say, okay, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong, right, that led to me losing this money? Or what could I do better in the future? Right? How could I prevent this for myself now? How could I prevent this from happening again? Right? So, yeah, they say that they are trading crypto. They say that they're doing these things behind the scenes. There is some evidence that they are doing it. The trading school that they offer is evidence. Also, for you guys who don't know, I have multiple homes. So I have a home here in the United States. I also have a home in another country. And so when I'm in that other country, I'm actually able to use the Novatech broker as a legit MT5 broker. And I have used it and I have done trades on it. Now, you can't register with MT5 through Novatech if you live in the United States because it's not allowed. But I have registered in another country at my house in another country. I've used the MT5 broker and it does work. So, I mean, they are a functioning broker. Okay. I will say that. You can trade crypto with Novatech. I've done it. Right. But the question is the PAM account, where's the transparency and are the trades really taking place? And that's what a lot of people are wondering. Okay. Let me try to go back and forth here a little bit, guys. This is my first time doing this, so okay. Oh, snaps, we are live. Yes, sir. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you too, Mr. V. What's up? Nothing much. Doing good. On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate Vortic over Novatech? Well, right now it's all Vortic, right? Because Novatech's not doing anything. You can't really, I mean, listen, I've still got a bonus account withdrawal that I made on March 13th that I'm waiting for from Novatech. So I'm active in Vortic United right now because I'm getting paid, right? My money's growing. They're doing what they said they're going to do. I'm getting paid. I'm getting paid every single Monday. I'm withdrawing every single Monday. I withdraw from Vortic United. Okay, I send it over to so I withdraw to my Exodus wallet. I send that over to Coinbase, and then from Coinbase I send it over to the bank. Okay, because I'm actually making an income from this stuff, right? I'm this is how I make my income. So I'm not just like throwing a bunch of money in there, pie in the sky, hoping and praying, right, that one day I'll be a millionaire. No, that's not how I do it. I don't think it should be done that way, right? And so what I'm doing is I got to say Vortic United right now, bro. I mean, I love Novatech. I made a lot of money with Novatech, but I can't actively have people sign up for Novatech right now. I can't do it. I can't say to you, "Hey, you should sign up for Novatech." Okay? I can't say that to you. I can't say that to anybody right now because I just can't. I look, I can't. I'm not that person. I can't put on a bold face and say, "Oh yeah, sign up for Novatech. No problem. Throw $10,000 in. Put $100,000 in." No, I can't. I can't do that. I have a line too, guys. I have a line that I'm not going to cross. Okay, and that's one of them. So right now, yeah, it's all Vortic. Because why? Because Vortic is working. That's the only reason. Vortic hasn't been around that long. I hope good things for Vortic. I could see myself going out and traveling and going to the live things that they're doing, their events. I would love to do an event. I know that they're going to be doing some events. I see the potential in Vortic United. Let's put it that way. But it hasn't been around that long, guys. So it's funds all day, bro. Yeah, I took a look at funds. I have taken a look at funds. I've never gotten into funds. Okay, and I don't know. Not really sure. I do have my reasons, but and one of that is one of the reasons I'll just tell you guys is that somebody I know joined funds and got hacked. So they actually got hacked after joining funds. So that put up a big red flag for me. And then the other thing that happened was when I went on the website, they're doing a lot of stuff. Funds is doing a lot of stuff, man. They've got like a marketplace on there. They've got a trading thing on there. They've got what else are they in? They're in the like raising money space, so like the charitable space. So they've got, in my opinion, you should do one thing and you should do it well. Okay, I don't like these platforms that do a bunch of different things personally. I just like, listen, do one thing, do it well, and then I'm with you. Okay. Sound effects sound fine. I was worried about that's the main thing I was worried about going live is that these sound effects were going to sound good or not. Did you tell your referrals or downline about the cancellation window for older pending bonus? I missed it because I was not aware. I missed it too. I missed it too. Uh, so I think I did my account request right when I was right when that was happening, and so my bonus account withdrawal request. So mine, like I said, is from March 13th, and we're waiting for I don't know until they decide. I mean, as soon as they give it to me, I'll let you guys know. But it's a big, it's a nice big one. I hadn't been taking out bonus requests because I had already done that back in October. I took out my initial seed money and I took out a bunch of profits back in October as soon as I heard about what was happening in California. So I moved on that. I was one of the last guys to get my money out. And so, but I still do have some money in Novatech. I just haven't been taking out a bonus account withdrawal. I tried it this time because so many people in my comments have been having trouble. So I wanted to see for myself what was going on. And yeah, it's been over 10 days and nothing. And that's frustrating. No doubt about it. Tell us more about Vortic. I definitely will. Just stay tuned. I do have some questions on that coming up. FYI, my withdrawal from bonus account on Monday was in my wallet on Wednesday. All right. Luckily, I don't have any older pending withdrawal. Man, hey, That's good news. I hope that they get mine to me soon. You know what I mean? Like I said, I hope that they get everything caught up. Let me jump back into the comments, guys. Okay, this is one about the poll that they put out. So basically, they just put out a poll that said, "Hey, would you rather have your bonus account withdrawals or would you rather have your trading account?" And that really didn't sit well with me. Okay, that sounded like they're saying that they can't do both. I mean, is there really any other way to take that? Is there any other way to take that, guys? I don't know. I mean, doesn't it sound like they're saying, "Hey, you can have one or the other, but you can't have both," right? And that's how I took it. So that made a red flag with me. I didn't like it. And anybody who's seen that video, you know I didn't like it, right? My people contacted me, "Vaughn, are you okay?" "Yeah, I'm fine. It's just the way that I am. I'm an expressive person." Okay. Uh So yeah, and here's the comment. When I saw the poll, I had that same reaction. LOL, bonkers. Yes, it's bonkers. It's absolutely bonkers, right? I hardly ever use that word, but I did on that one. Glad to know it wasn't just me. Yeah, I mean, how else can you take it? How else can you take it? Hey, would you like to get your bonus accounts or would you like to have access to your trading account? So what is the unspoken message there? You know, if you're giving me an either or thing, the unspoken message is that you can't do both, right? So I think that putting up that poll was an L. Okay, putting up that poll was an L for DAP. All right, next comment, guys. Dude, it's not just DAP that feels that way. We all should feel that way. Fear can crumble institutions like Silicon Valley Bank. You know this, although you state some legitimate concerns. We should give NOVATECH time to correct the issues. Criticizing NOVATECH every video on a large platform does nothing but create fear, especially to new investors that are emotionally attached and haven't developed the investor mindset. It would be better if you stayed consistent with your messages and continue to educate investors. NOVATECH is not a casino or a bank. NOVATECH spoiled us. Now we have to bear with them as they evolve and make their changes. Okay. All right. So, first off, this comment that fear can crumble institutions like Silicon Valley Bank. No, fear didn't crumble Silicon Valley Bank. Silicon Valley Bank crumbled because it was offering out too many bad loans. It was playing in the crypto space with actors like FTX, which actually was a Ponzi scheme. Okay, that actually was a Ponzi scheme. A lot of people call NOVATECH a Ponzi scheme with no proof. FTX actually was a Ponzi scheme. Silicon Valley Bank was involved with them, and they were doing a lot of high risk investments. Now, the reason why they were able to do that is because of the deregulation that was put forth during the Trump administration. Now, say what you want about Trump, but he was a deregulator, and I'm not a political person. Okay, I'm not making a commentary on politics here, but the Trump administration went in there and they deregulated everything, and so because of that, the banks could do more risky activities, right? Which, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, that's up to you. I'm not gonna. I'll reserve judgment on it. I mean, I personally, I'm not a fan of too much regulation. Okay, but what ended up happening was that this Silicon Valley Bank, it gave away too many high risk loans, and then it didn't have the bonds to back it up, and then our government stepped in, and then they basically guaranteed everything, so they bailed them out, right? And that's what happened with Silicon. Like the video, guys. Nobody else is giving you this type of sauce. Nobody else breaks it down for you, okay? The way that we do over here at Unlimited Freedom. I guarantee you that. And this actually goes more into your comment because you're saying that you want me to be like everybody else. You're saying it would be better if I just stayed consistent with my message and continue to educate investors. Look, I think I am consistent. Okay. I think just where your beef is here is that I'm bringing up issues that you don't want to look at too closely, because the issues that I'm bringing up, they force you to look at what's going on and maybe see some things that you wouldn't have seen if I hadn't have brought them up on here. Now, I'm not against NOVATECH. Okay, but I'm not going to be the guy that comes on here and says everything is hunky dory when it's obviously not. It's obvious that something is wrong. Okay, you don't just freeze the trading account. And then, you don't just start delaying on the bonus account withdrawals and having all these problems right after you just got all these problems from different governments, and the fraud alerts and all that stuff and the cease and desist orders and all that stuff. So one thing has led to another. And when you add 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 and you add them all up, you get that number. And then when I give you that number, you don't like the number. So you don't want to look at it. You don't want me to give it to you. You want me to just be the guy who comes on here and says everything's fine. There's plenty of people who will tell you that. Okay, there's plenty of people who will tell you everything is fine. Okay? So creating fear, I don't think so. Nobody, I don't think the people on here who listen to what I say and who comment with me and say, hey, Vaughn, you just put into words what I've been thinking. So I'm not creating any new opinions. People are already thinking this. I know because I'm thinking it. Better if I stayed consistent. I feel that I am consistent. Okay, NOVATECH is not a casino or a bank. Well, yeah. I mean, don't you think people know that? I mean, people ought to know that. NOVATECH spoiled us. Now we have to bear with them as they evolve and make their changes. Yeah, I agree. Dude, I'm bearing with them, man. I'm still with them. I'm just not actively promoting NOVATECH right now because I don't want you to go put your money into NOVATECH and then you can't get your money out because the thing is frozen. So I gotta wait. They can listen before I really start promoting NOVATECH again. They've got to catch up with the bonus account payments and they got to get something figured out with these trading accounts. Okay, and I don't want to see them go retroactively put in a time limit and say, oh, by the way, now you can't withdraw your trading account until, a year. No, if you want to do that moving forward, that's fine. Do that with your new customers, but don't do that with your old customers who have been wanting to get that money out. Don't do that. Okay, that's not cool. Thank you for the comment. My brother, listen, I love your content. I wish I could subscribe to your channel 5 times, but at this point, they could shoot me my capital and send me on my way. Bro, I wish you could subscribe 5 times. That'd be great. I appreciate all you guys who like the channel and who subscribe. I appreciate all of that. So thank you for that. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, bro, I think a lot of people are in that same boat where they just want to get their capital back and they want to move on to something else. This has hurt NOVATECH, okay? What they've done with freezing this account, slow paying the bonus accounts and stuff, they're going to lose people here. Now, I know that there's going to be some people who are hardcore NOVATECHs who are never going to leave. It doesn't matter what. NOVATECH could hold your trading account for 10 years, not pay out a dime, and 10 years later, you're still going to be saying nothing's wrong. But this is going to hurt a lot of folks, right? And it's like you said, you just want your capital back now and you want to move on to something else. And yeah, man, I mean, that's the result of doing stuff like this. All right. How about C12? I have not heard of C12, but you're welcome to send me information on that. If I like it, I will definitely promote it. I'll sign up under you. Yeah, my bonus account from Monday was in my account on Wednesday as well. Wish I would have known about the cancel window for older transactions. Yeah, me too. What's the minimum amount of money you would advise to invest in Vortic? So listen, man, I'm not giving anybody any specific advice. Okay, I can tell you that I've got 6 portfolios with Vortic United, and on an example of $10,000, you make $400 a week, and you more than double your money by the end of the term. So you turn 10,000 to almost $30,000, and you get your passive income of $400 a week. That's how a $10,000 deposit works. So from that example, you can do the math and then go down the line and see how the other ones work. All right. When you spoke on it, I honestly didn't think of it the way you did. I guess I was thinking my initial investment, which really wasn't very much, but I didn't think of the big picture, which was the entire TA, in which I totally agree with you. Yeah, bro. They need to get that stuff fixed. I think a lot of people got their bonus withdrawal from 320. Have you heard otherwise? No, I have not. And that's a good point. A lot of people did get it. So that's what makes me wish I would have waited until 320 to do my bonus account withdrawal, because now mine's just sitting in limbo. But yeah, the people from 320 have been getting it. I think that's a good sign. Also, what do you think of the 4/1 due date of the trading freeze? I think another extension of that freeze is coming. Yeah. Well, listen, here's what I'm afraid of. Here's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of complete radio silence. Right? What I'm afraid of is that here we are, it's the 24th today, so we've got 7 days left in the month. I'm afraid that April 1st comes and goes and we don't hear anything from the Novatech leadership, and I think that's the worst possible outcome. Tell me something, man. I mean, even at this point, tell me if you don't have the money. Just tell me something. Communicate. You can't run an organization like this because people are going to leave. If you're not communicating correctly, people are going to leave. And I know it sucks, and I know it's hard, and I know you just want to play on defense. I get that. I've been there. I felt those feelings in business. Of course. Doesn't work. You got to communicate. Even if it's bad news, people will appreciate you just communicating. JR said, I have money. It was withdrawn from February 10th, 5,000. Still don't have it. I also have two other 5,000s pending. Ouch, bro. One from March 10th and the other from last Monday. Still nothing. However, there was a 7,000 that did move forward, but then it got frozen with Gemini Wallet. And I think that was due to their changing payout to Quickie Pay. Thank you for bringing that up, because I know a lot of people can't get the money from Quickie Pay. Some people in the world, not in the United States, but in the world, there's places where Quickie Pay is not a thing. So how are they going to get their money? That's my question. Next up, Word. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Next up, my friend also had money from February 10 that was finally released and pushed forward to his wallet, but it was only a $500 pullout. Hey, man, at least he got something. Or he or she, they are definitely having a liquidity problem. Add a comment. Yeah, man, look, that's the problem. It's just they're not telling us why. Why are you having a liquidity problem? If you're only investing 20%, if you're doing these safe trades and you're making all this money, why are they having a liquidity problem? That's the question. Absolutely. We need to hear from the CEO, amen, from Novatech, and have a Zoom meeting so we can know how they're not going to do that. Hey, I don't think they're going to do that, because then that would open them up to being questioned, and they don't want that. I guarantee you they don't want that. Because, hey, man, you got people's money involved in this thing. You think people are playing about their money? They're not. They want to hear more than have faith. They want more. They want more than that. Come on now. Come on now. People got a lot of money involved in this. Yeah, definitely. I just don't think they're going to do it, man. I don't think that they have the courage to do that. Is anyone going to get money out of their trading account? Waiting on 4, going on 5 bonus account requests. Unreal. Yeah, man, my heart goes out to you, man. I look, man, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. And nobody really does, but these red flags do not look. It's not a good look. I know that. Next they are full of it because I put in my withdrawal before my friend who has a smaller payout of 600 on 3/20/23 minus 3,900, and I called him an hour after I did my withdrawal to inform him to do his. Yeah, see, another thing that I've been hearing is that the payouts that they have been paying are under $1,500. So I don't know what kind of confirmation we can get on that, but I have been hearing that. So the fact that you did a 3,900, that might be why it's stalling. Yes. Oh my God. Gemini froze my account, and so did my referrals after receiving withdrawals from Novatech. I've changed to Exodus and it's working fine. Shout out to Exodus, man. I love the Exodus wallet. True secret. He got his 600 and I still haven't received my 3,900. Yeah, that's what I thought, man. That's what I thought. Okay, back to these comments, guys. All right. Here's the next one. Where is the option to get all my trading account balance back right now? No, that option is gone. That's come and gone. We're hoping that it comes back in April. Funny how they left that out and instead put initial deposit. Oh, man, I didn't even think of that. Oh, yeah. So, what they're saying here is they're not saying your whole trading account. They're saying, hey, would you rather have your initial deposit or your bonus account? Wow. That's very telling, man. That's a great point. I thought the same as you. Laughed, got mad, laughed, was curious why so many even voted. Thought this would be their excuse without having trading account anywhere in there. Didn't vote. No, I didn't either because I can't vote for something like that. My vote is do both. Keep on paying out the bonus. Look, fix it. That's my vote. Fix it. I don't know what the problem is because you're not communicating what the problem is. But maybe if I knew, I could offer some suggestions. Maybe, just maybe, here's a thought. Just maybe. Do you think maybe your people actually would like to help you? Maybe if you opened up the door a little bit and gave us shed a little bit of light on what's going on, you think maybe, has it ever occurred to you that maybe your people would want to help? Just tell us what's going on. Fix the problem, right? Open up the communication. Next up. Well, should I be conservative in my opinion? Okay. So I believe we are in deep, you know what, and I am sorry. That's my conservative opinion because I believe, again, the lack of communication and problems not solving quick enough as professional traders is frightening. And I see the line of distance DAP drew today, and I was cracking up. Yeah, guys, here's the thing about DAP. Now, some of you guys think that I'm hating on DAP. I'm really not. What I'm saying is that, look, DAP is connected with NOVATECH so much that if NOVATECH fails, DAP fails. So what do you think he's going to say? He's only going to give you one side of the story because he's invested so much that, you know, he's only going to give you one side of the story. And drawing the line of distance, what you're talking about is the comment that he made is that he doesn't care about the people in his downline. He only cares about his friends and family. Why would you say that? Like, what's the and that's the thing that troubles me also is that the higher up leadership, there's like such a disconnect seemingly from reality. It's like, how can you say that with a straight face? I just don't get that. Next up, they aren't giving you any money, sir. So this guy's yelling at me. Okay, they aren't giving you any money, sir. They have shell accounts with millions and they won't give you either. You have lost your money unless you can get access to their shell accounts that have $13 million, but they will not give it to you willingly. I don't know where you're getting this information. Okay, this is the first time I've ever heard anything like this. So can you send some proof of what you're talking about? Also, I haven't lost any money. Okay, I've made a great deal of money with NOVATECH. The reason why I do this is for the people who are still involved and who still have a lot of money on the line. I want to see them get their money. Right? I don't want to see them lose their money. I've already gotten mine. I made a withdrawal back in October. I got my seed money out. I got my profits. I locked in my profits. And I'm already in the green. Okay. So I'm not going to lose my money. Okay. But what about the other people who are not in that position? That's my concern when I talk about it. As far as this shell account, you can't just say that without bringing some kind of proof, man. So show me the proof. Okay, show me the proof. I love how people get on YouTube and they say, oh, here's what's happening. It's a big Ponzi scheme. It's this, it's that, and the other thing, but I can't exactly prove that. But the circumstantial evidence, okay, man, if you can't prove it, then you can't prove it. What do you got? You got to bring some proof. You got to bring something more to the table. OMW, your commentary just keeps getting better and better. Absolutely loved your rant. Amen and thank you. You're welcome. Okay, I don't plan to rant. Okay, I don't plan to get unhinged. I don't plan to go on a tangent. Sometimes it happens because that's the type of person I am on here. I'm an expressive person. I promise. I'm in real life. I'm a perfect gentleman. Okay, I'm not like yelling and hollering and going crazy at people in real life. I promise. Okay, but on here, you got to let me be a little bit expressive, guys. So thank you for that comment. Just waiting to see what happens April 1st. I'm bracing myself. Yes, a lot of folks are bracing themselves. And like I said, my biggest concern about April 1st, and I think the worst thing that could possibly happen is if they don't say anything. I just hope that they give us something, right? Obviously, the best thing would be for them to come out and say, "Hey, all systems are go. Go ahead and withdraw from your trading accounts. We're all caught up on the bonus accounts. All systems are go. We're ready to rock and roll. Let's do round two. Let's have Novatech be what it has been in the past." That's what I hope for. I hope for, but how realistic does that seem at this point? I mean, it seems like that would be such a turnaround from what we've been seeing that it almost seems unreal. Yeah, but I know you're bracing. I'm bracing too. I'm just hoping we get some kind of communication. I mean, give us something at this point. Give us something. I love how DAP pretends he is not within Novatech leadership slash owners, although he is able to post on their Telegram and share videos there, although nobody else can. Yeah. He's just as bad as Cynthia Pettion and her husband Eddie. We've never not paid anyone Pettion, saying to compound so that we lose even more money. And what the heck? Even Bernie Madoff never pretended to be a reverend to trick people into thinking he was an honest person. My trading account is what is important so that I can get out and get away from this. Yeah, and so see, this is a good example of what can happen when these types of problems occur. I mean, you're at the point here with this comment where you really now you believe it's a scam, right? You've gone to the point where you believe that it's actually a scam, and you just want out, right? And when you bring Bertie Madoff into the picture, he was a famous Ponzi scheme guy. I covered that on this channel. I did the video top 10 scams in history, and I covered Bernie Madoff on there. So if you haven't checked that out, make sure you guys check that video out. Um, yeah. So I mean, this is somebody who has lost faith. So this has caused you to completely lose faith in the program. Is there anything they could do at this point that would get you back on track with Novatech? I'd be interested to know that. Um, But yeah, I mean, they're not gonna. And see, that's the thing. And I just seen that Dap turned off his comments. And what they're gonna do is they're gonna turn off comments, and they're only gonna give you one side of the story. And I don't think that that's helpful, right? I mean, obviously, I don't agree with every comment that I get on here, but I randomly select these. I read them because I think that engagement is important, and I think that if a company's going to move forward, there needs to be healthy engagement, healthy disagreements. Right? I've never shied away from disagreements. I've had, as you guys probably know, I had an interview where a guy totally, just totally flipped the script on me. I thought it was a friendly interview, and I thought it was a good interview. But then he kind of did me a little bit dirty with that thumbnail and then calling me a scammer and a criminal and all that stuff. I did not expect that to happen. But at the same time, if you want to call me that, fine. I'm still going to come on and talk to you because I'm not afraid. I've got nothing to hide. All right, next up. Calm down, brother. LOL. I love your passion, but calm down. It's just a poll, brother. A poll. As for me, I just want my bonus account money every week. Make back my deposit, and they could keep my initial. Okay, let me say something on this, man. A lot of people do not feel that way. Okay, I know people personally who have over 100,000 right invested, and I don't think that they want to lose that 100,000 under any circumstances. Right? So I don't, even if the bonus accounts keep paying and then they're never able to get their 100,000. No. So I think that you are very, very rare. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think most people would not say that it's okay for Novatech to keep their initial deposit. Let me jump back to the chat. All right. They're definitely paying out smaller withdrawals than bigger ones. Yeah, I've heard that, man. As I said, I have inside info that they're going to suspend trading account withdrawals till further notice. The info came from a source connected directly to Cynthia. This was confirmed weeks ago. I mean, if that happens, man, like I said, if that happens, then I can't, I can't, if I can't in good conscience continue to even, at that point, man, look, man, if that really happens, and I know that you've got this information, but I just hope that you're wrong about it, right? I hope that you're wrong. I'm not saying you are, right? And it looks like you really might not be, but I really hope that doesn't happen. Next up, Sandy Dunn. Sorry, what is Vortic? Did a Google search and did not see it. So the links are in my description, guys. So go to my description of the video. There's a link in all of my videos. It says check out Vortic United. It doesn't cost you anything to click the link. All you have to do is copy paste the link into your browser or just click the link. So go to my description of the video. In my description, it'll say more info. Click on more info. It will bring up a drop down menu and it'll have a link to every single platform that I'm involved in. So any of the platforms that I'm involved in, you can get the link there. You can check it out for yourself. You can do your own due diligence there. Okay. So there you go. Next up, thank you. You're welcome. Next up, no problem. Next up, people are getting paid. This is Truth Seeker in Christ. Yeah, man, I know. And I think I got one of your comments on the reel that I'm going to respond to today. You're right, man. People are getting paid, and that's a good thing, right? And I'm hoping that they can pull through this. But like I said, they've got to get some consistency going here, Truth Seeker. I mean, they got to get some consistency. What I'm seeing is they're paying out like smaller amounts, right? Or they're paying out like, or they're really scattered. That's like a shotgun approach. We pay here, here, and here, but we miss here, we miss over here, we miss there. That can't continue. So there has to be consistency. There has to be communication. They've got to get caught up. Hopefully by the end of this month, I want them to get and doesn't look like it's going to happen now, right? But hopefully by the end of this month they get caught up, and then they've got to fix the trading account thing. And the most important part is we need communication, guys. Do me a favor and hit that like button. If you get some value from this, and if you haven't hit the like button yet, please do me a favor and do that. Next up. Okay. It says, oh, Dap is full of it as well because his comments are turned off, right? And yes, he did say he only cares about his friends and family. Keep doing what you're doing. Unlimited freedom. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Some people have been more than a year or two getting paid. New people who joined or not. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it was rocking and rolling beautifully for a few years because I've been part of it for a while. And this started happening, like I said, last October when you had that California situation happen. It was September or October of 2022. They got a threat from California that they were going to get a cease and desist order if they did not cease and desist. So then they had to pull out of California. Then after that, Canada got shut down. They had to pull out of a large portion of Canada, and it's been ever since then. It's been like it's like a train wreck, right? And they haven't gotten back up from it yet. So hopefully that they do. Next up, I received 2 bonuses totaling over 4K this week. Well, hey, I haven't heard that from many people, but if you did, that's great. Next up, Quickie Pay sucks. Bring back coin payments. Next up, he is stressing people out for no reason at all. I don't think that's the case. Okay, I don't think that's the case, right? And I'm not on here to stress people out, right? I'm on here to communicate what is going on to the best of my ability, and I'm not going to shy away from the red flags. I'm not going to shy away from the bad. If something bad, I'm going to talk about it. If something's a red flag, I'm going to talk about it. Now, I know that you think that they're getting everything together, and I hope they are. I truly hope that they are. But you can't come on here and tell me that there's no red flags because that just wouldn't be truthful. Okay, there's been a lot, right? And we need to deal with it. We need to confront it. We need to deal with it. We need to discuss it. We need to be open about it, right? When's class action lawsuit being started? I do have one of these in my comments. I'm going to get to that. I wish I was wrong. I'm over 100K investment, man. Yeah. Is it still in there? I mean, were you able to get any of it out in time, or is it still sitting in there? Um, because I was like that too, man. But I was able to. I was one of the last ones that was able to withdraw that seed money. Okay, bro. I have over 1 million. Trust me, I want my money. Right. Right. You see what I'm saying? Like some people are not going to be okay with just having the bonus account only. That's not going to sit right, especially if you've got over seven figures in there. Yeah, you don't want that to just be gone, right? So that's exactly. Next up, True Talk. What is your advice just in case the trading account withdrawal is open on April 1st? Withdraw at least half and leave the rest to play with. Everybody's going to be different. Everybody's going to be different. You know what I mean? I know people who are, if they open up the trading account withdrawals, I know people who are just going to still roll with NOVATECH. They're going to leave their money in there. They're rolling with it. They're compounding. They're not taking any money out. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to become future millionaires through the large trading account and through the compounding plan. That's not the way I do it, right? That's not the way I do it because that's very, very risky, right? If I were to put all my money into NOVATECH and keep rolling it and compounding it and rolling it and compounding it, it might look good on paper and it might look good in my NOVATECH back office, but can I access it? The answer right now is no. And that doesn't sit well with me. Right, that doesn't sit well with me at all. I believe in diversification. I believe in withdrawing early and withdrawing often, right? Get your seed money out as soon as possible. So let's say you put 500 into something. Make that $500 back. Once you've made it back, pull out your initial seed money, put it back in your bank. That way, what you have in there is because you doubled it, you've got 500 house money, and then do the rest of your activities with the platform using that house money so that no matter what happens, you don't actually lose money, right? I withdraw early, I withdraw often. Okay, that's the way that I do it. That's the way that I preach it. That's the way that I teach it. I got a video on my channel called the five best risk management principles, or something like that. Make sure you look at that video because I go in depth how to practice proper risk management when you're in a risky space. Okay, so definitely check that out. Let's get back to the comments, guys. Yeah. I think most people are going to say they need both. They need their initial investment, and they also are going to want to have their bonus account withdrawals. Oh, here's one. Bye, Mister Negative. Okay, bye. You know what's the purpose of this comment? You just want to show me that what is the purpose here? Bye, Mister Negative. How am I Mr. Negative? Why don't you get, people who make comments like this, it's because you don't have anything intelligent to say and you can't refute my points. So you can't actually bring a counterpoint to the things that I'm saying, right? You just don't like what I'm saying. You have an emotional feeling of not liking what I'm saying because some things are uncomfortable to hear. So you just want to say, bye, Mr. Negative. You're Mr. Negative. That's not productive at all. It doesn't help anything, right? And it's just at that point you're just throwing rocks, right? You're not really. I mean, do you have an intelligent way to refute what I'm saying? I'd be happy to discuss it with you, but you're not just going to come on here and say bye, Mr. Negative, and think that that's going to do anything. It's not, right? And frankly, I don't see myself as a negative person, right? I see myself as a realist. I'm still in NOVATECH, right? I'm still in it. I still have an account. Yes, I did. I've already profited from it. So I'm not in the same type of risk space that some people are in, but I don't want them to fail, right? But I just don't think that it's productive to not talk about the red flags when they happen. I just don't think it's productive to not talk about it. Next up. I don't think NOVATECH is a scam, but I do agree 100% with what you're saying. I wrote a response to Dapp's video. Oh, this is good, guys. And this is important. I wrote a response to Dapp's video expressing the same sentiments. And I just noticed that my comment was taken down and the comments in general have been disabled, shaking my head. Yeah. Now, does that make you want to go back on Dapp's page and interact with him more? I mean, I would guess probably no, right? Because he's not interacting. Right? He's just saying, hey, this is the way it is. This is my video. And if you have any disagreements, I'm not going to interact with you at all. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to shut down the comments. That's not interaction. Okay. I believe in interaction. I believe in discussion. I believe in having a back and forth. I'm not afraid of that. I told you, I went on and did an interview with a guy who thinks I'm a criminal and I deserve to be in jail. Okay. I'll come on your platform. I'll do your interview. Let's go. Let's do it. Right? I'm not afraid of disagreements, right? I'm not afraid to have a discussion because I'm rooted firmly in the truth and the grounding of who I am, what I believe. There's nothing that anybody can say that's going to shake that. Next up, hey man, have your feelings toward Ed's program changed after the media blackout was announced? I want to join, but bad taste lingering from NOVATECH keeps me on the fence. Okay, so what this question is about is this question is about crypto program, guys. So crypto program is something that I came on here and promoted. And what happened was crypto program, Ed Zimbardi, the master affiliate of crypto program. Let me just give you guys a little bit of sauce. So for those of you to get the sauce from me here at Unlimited Freedom, for those of you who like the sauce, let me give you a little bit of sauce as to what happened. Uh, Ed Ed got contacted by Ponzi Patrol, the same guy who contacted me. Okay, and I did a video with Ponzi Patrol, and then he put me on blast as being he thinks I'm a scammer, he thinks I'm a criminal, he thinks I could and should go to jail, right? Um, I disagree. Okay, and we had that disagreement, we had that interaction, and the reason why I didn't share it here on my YouTube channel is because I felt that Ponzi Patrol did me dirty when he put that he took a picture of me from, back in 2017 when I was going through some things in my life, put that up there on the thumbnail, and then he said that I'm a scammer, and he wrote like scammer, and he said that I made some sort of shameful admission and that, I'm a criminal, and then he puts a link to report Novatech or something like that on his page. And so he's not an easy guy to deal with, right? I mean, I don't like personally, I like Ponzi Patrol as a person. I didn't like the way that he did that with the thumbnail and the way that he, you know, kind of after the interview was done, he kind of went back and he put his own spin on it at the beginning, and then he kind of like said what he said about me, which I mean, dude, don't do people like that, right? If you want to have a platform, like you can disagree with me all day long, but I don't know, man. I mean, I just don't think that kind of energy is going to just going to benefit you because it's like really negative energy when you're like just dogging on somebody like that. So anyway, Ed Zimbardi had an interview lined up with Ponzi Patrol that I don't think happened, right? It was set for last Monday. And instead of that interview with Ponzi Patrol happening, Ed made the announcement that we all have to take down our anything on social media that talks about crypto program. Right now, since I'm in crypto program and I'm an affiliate with crypto program, I don't want to see. I'm getting. I have packages. I've purchased packages with crypto program. Basically, you get a $500 package, and that package pays you $125 a month. Right. That's the easiest way to put it. So you get a $500 package, you pay the 500 one time, and then you indefinitely get $125 a month. So you can see how it's a very, very lucrative thing. And I'm making a lot of money with crypto programs. So I didn't want to lose the payments that I'm making through my media packages that I purchased with crypto program. Right. So yeah, I went ahead and complied with that. And I didn't want to, right? But I don't want to get kicked out of the program for no reason either, So, hey, man, have your feelings changed toward Ed's program? No, not really. I mean, I still think it's a good program. But having said that, I think you need to practice proper risk management in anything that you do, man. I mean, if you've got a bad taste lingering from Novatech and you're on the fence, dude, don't don't do anything else until you feel better about what you're doing. Get yourself a game plan. Go watch my video, 5 risk management strategies to be successful in this space. I'm a trader. I'm a professional trader. I was a trader before I got into this space. I'll be a trader all along for the rest of my life. God willing, that's a long time. I am a Forex trader. I specialize in binary options. I know about risk management. I've already taken the hits. I've already lost money. I've already been knocked down. I've done what it takes. I've lost the money. I've went through the trials and tribulations. I've learned a trading strategy that works for me and that is successful, that is profitable over weekly, and monthly, and therefore it's compoundable and it is sustainable over time. It didn't happen overnight. I worked really hard to get to that place as a forex trader, and I use that knowledge to assist you guys here who are in the crypto space. I use the knowledge that I learned in becoming a profitable trader to help you also be profitable with these platforms. Get yourself a game plan, okay? Before you just jump in a crypto program, get a game plan so that you don't over leverage yourself and that you're using the platform and the platform is not using you, okay? Like the video, guys. Nobody else is giving you the same kind of sauce that I'm giving you on here. Like, for example, nobody else is going to tell you that that's what happened with Ed Zimbardi and crypto program. He got spooked. They got spooked, right? I mean, Ponzi Patrol can spook somebody because he really believes that these companies are illegal, right? And he wants people to report them. So, I mean, if I were in Ed's shoes, I'd probably be like, "Oh crap, man, this guy's he's gonna destroy my company," right? Even if I'm not doing anything wrong, I don't want my company getting reported by 1,000 people, because of this Ponzi Patrol guy, right? So, that's what happened. In case you were wondering, let me check the chats. All right, Danielle Jones. I never got my $750 bonus from my downline for my downline being at 25K. Yeah, did that just recently happen? Because I didn't get a bonus either. Right. I've recently also ranked up with the company, no bonus. Truth Seeker in Christ. Because most are voting for bonus account withdrawal, people should vote and tell NOVATECH what they want. I see. I don't think it should be one or the other, bro. I think it needs to be both, right? It shouldn't be, hey, either you can get your bonus account or you can withdraw from your trading account. No, I think you should do both. I think it should be both. Now, in the future, what I think that they could do is they could say, hey, guys, the trading account withdrawals are going to take up to 90 days, right? Or hey, the trading account withdrawals are going to take up to 180 days, right? That would be more realistic, right? I don't think they can go back to just saying, hey, you can withdraw your trading account at any time. But for the people who are already grandfathered in, and for the people who already have a large trading account, those people ought to be able to withdraw April 1st. That's what I think. Next up, True Talk. What do you say to people who take this sort of investment as God-given opportunity and neglect the risk involved and follow blindly, fanatically? Okay, so what's going to happen to them, bro? Uh, you know, bro or sis, I just say the word bro. Okay, so if you're a sis and I call you a bro, don't get mad at me. It's just how I talk. Okay, bruh, bruh, bruh. I don't know. It's just it's for whatever reason. I guess because I watch a lot of YouTube videos, I'm saying bruh, and I'm saying that's cap. You capping. I didn't know what you capping was until I started watching a lot of YouTube videos. So you guys are keeping me hip. Okay, you guys are keeping me hip. So yeah, so what happens to people? Let me answer that question with a question. What happens to people when they operate on blind faith and they see things as God-given opportunities? They don't properly vet, they don't practice risk management. What happens? Well, I don't know how much this happens anymore, but when I was growing up, we had televangelists that would come on TV and they would have telephone hotlines and they would sit there on TV and they would preach on live TV that God is going to give you a blessing if you send them $300, right? So they actually had a number. They say, okay, you have to send in $300 to my ministry and God is going to give you a blessing. And, those people got really, really rich, man. I mean, because people would, through faith, through their belief, I'd say probably blindly, probably a little bit fanatically, they would write this $300 check. And the preachers would say, even if you don't have the money, write the check in faith and send it. So, what happens to people like that? Well, they end up losing all their money. I've got good friends who, I mean, I'm not worried about them. And here's why I'm not worried, because I back in October when I withdrew mine, when the whole upset happened with California, I personally called a couple of people, right? I personally called a couple of good friends who I know had a lot invested in NOVATECH. I called them and I warned them. Okay. This was before the Unlimited Freedom YouTube channel. This is before all that, right? I called them, I warned them, and I said, look, you know this money that you have in NOVATECH? Yeah. I said, are you okay if you lose all of the money you have in NOVATECH? Is that okay for you? They go, oh yeah. Oh, no problem. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I got it. I got so much money that it's okay if I lose XXXXXXX, whatever, 100 million thousand, however much it was. It would never be okay with me to lose $100,000. Never, under any circumstances, is it okay with me to lose $100,000. So personally, and I do all right, guys. Okay, I do okay, right? I mean, you probably can figure that out from the type of things that I'm involved in, the type of things that I do, and the fact that I can sit here on a Friday and talk to you guys for hours at a time on my computer. I do okay. But I'm never going to be okay with losing $100,000. Okay, no, no. But they said, "Oh yeah, I'm okay with that." I said, "Okay," and then I pulled my seed money out. I pulled my profits out, and then that was that. So what happens to people like that, bro? They lose their money. That's what happens. Next up, Truth Seeker. They had two payment systems in place: Coin Payments and Quickie Pay, and their payout time increased, not decreased. Right? That should tell people that NOVATECH obviously is having a liquidity issue. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious that they're having a liquidity issue, right? The question is, what's the issue and why are you having it, right? Because you talk a good game for a long time. What happened? Okay. What happened? You know, we can make a lot of good, intelligent, educated guesses. I'm sure that NOVATECH's got a lot of lawsuits rolling in, don't you think? I mean, look, believe me, I've been in business for a long time, and when people think their money is getting messed with, they get a lawyer. Believe me. Okay. Right. Next up, I thought he photoshopped you in the thumbnail. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He did, bro. He did, bro. He took a old. See, that was a little message that he was giving me. Right. That photo was a little message that he was giving just between me and him, and not cool. Not cool. But yeah, no, it was a Photoshop from a long time ago. I used to smoke cigarettes, and at the time I was in Amsterdam, and I was having a good time. I was kind of a little bit in my party phase, a little bit, I guess, and I was smoking a cigarette, and I was sitting on a boat, and I'm not a I didn't come from money, so when I became successful, I had a hard it was hard for me to learn how to properly manage my money, and it was hard for me to go from you know kind of like 0 to 100. So, like, if that happens to you, when that happens to you, if it has happened to you, if you want it to happen to you, let me just give you a quick warning. It's like a drug. Being successful is like a drug, right? And it messes with your head, right? You start thinking I don't know. It's like it goes to your head, right? And you don't want to let that happen, right? And so that was a yeah, that was a he photoshopped that. Yeah, he did. Next up, Ed's interview with the PP did happen. He just didn't post it yet. He claims it's over 2.5 hours. That'd be cool with me. I mean, I would love to see Ed and Ponzi Patrol go back and forth for 2.5 hours. Why? Because it's entertaining. Right? It's entertaining. I even like the video that I did with Ponzi Patrol. I just don't like the way that he promoted it. Okay. But yeah, I would love to see that. I hope it does happen. But you see the correlation. I mean, Ed has this interview, and then all of a sudden, we're supposed to pull everything off of social media. I think he got spooked, man. But we're gonna see. But dude, he said that the video was gonna be released on Monday. So if you're gonna release a video on Monday, dude, you got to release it on Monday. Come on now. You're the one who's always on people who are not keeping their promises, right? Who are saying one thing and doing another. I thought you were the YouTube police. Bro, you said you were going to release it on Monday. Where is it? Come on, man. The interview with Ed, and this is Keaton Duncan. The interview with Ed happened. Ponzi reached out to me and said the file was 2.5 hours. Okay, it's taking him forever to edit. Okay. It being 2.5 hours long tells me Ed punched back pretty well. Yeah. Man, I'm looking forward to seeing that one, man. I don't care. People say, "Oh, dude, you shouldn't talk about Ponzi Patrol. You're giving them a platform." Well, kind of, I guess. But I mean, it's interesting, and it's yeah, I disagree with Ponzi Patrol, okay, but that doesn't mean that I don't like the videos and that I don't find them entertaining. Okay. True Seeker, you are doing a great job, and I appreciate your sincerity, integrity, and the sauce. Keep doing what you do. Unlimited freedom is genuine. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Let the haters hate. Yeah, the haters gonna hate. Anytime you do something, people gonna hate. Wayne Gray, do you realize the team leaders in NOVATECH aren't keeping webinar meetings anymore? Also, the CEO sounds dismissive of people when she speaks. Yeah. So here's what I've been getting from the CEO. She sounds dismissive. She sounds angry. And she sounds resentful to her own investors. Shirley gave me the laughy face. Thank you. Evelyn, how long did it take for you to withdraw your trading account money in October? Oh, this is good. I'm glad you brought this up. A long time. I didn't get it until December, right? And when I made the withdrawal back in October, and it didn't come in the 15 days that they promised it would come in, I waited about 10 more days. Okay, and then I said, okay, I'm not going to get my money. I said, this is the risk that I took. This is the chance that I took. I knew what I was doing. I've got nobody to blame but myself. I wasn't thinking of suing or anything like that. I knew that I was risking my capital. I knew good and well what I was doing going into it. So when it didn't come in it was like 25 days, it didn't come in. And I said, okay, I've lost my money. And I quit thinking about it and I moved on. Boom, 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 boom. Because I'm a busy guy. That's the thing about me. I don't have time to think about things for a long time. If I lose in a platform, on to the next one, right? Won't be the first time I've lost, won't be the last. But I get back every time. I get back up every time, and I take the hits better every time. Okay. The first time you get punched in the head, that hurts, right? That can knock you out. But ask anybody who's a fighter, the more times you get punched, it's funny. You know, it's not as bad. It's what's worse than getting punched is knowing you're about to get punched, right? I'd rather just get the punch than have to know it because knowing I'm about to get punched is worse than actually getting punched. You get back up, you keep going, and that's what I did. I got back up, I keep going. I wasn't thinking about it, and then all of a sudden, one day, it was like some day in December, I got a deposit into my Coinbase account for a large sum of money, and I said, "Hey, they did it." I said, "Hey, that's great." And I was super excited until now that I got now that I got my withdrawal right, and now they froze it. They froze it, and I said, "Uh oh, not a good sign." And here we are, right? We're still in that, and here we are in March. We're still in that. Next up, True Seeker. I saw the Ponzi Patrol video, and he did do you dirty. In my opinion, he has some personal issues against these types of investments. He's probably lost a lot of money in crypto. Yeah, because he was telling me in the interview that he had a friend who thinks that he lost $300,000. So, I mean, that's a lot of money. And I said in the interview, I said, dude, I don't think it was that smart for your friend to just throw $300,000 into Novatech. I got to be honest with you, you know, and the thing that really actually bothers me about it, Truth Seeker, is that I kind of like Ponzi Patrol, and I wanted to have a relationship with him in terms of, maybe bringing him onto my channel, me going onto his channel, us doing a little bit of friendly back and forth sparring, stuff like that is what I had envisioned for it. But how can I do that if he's gonna like not only if he's gonna put up a thumbnail like that, but he's also gonna like encourage people to report, to like file a report. I just don't want to open myself up to that. You see what I'm saying? Hopefully that makes sense. Coinbase froze your money. No, Coinbase has never frozen my money, but I can't send on Coinbase anymore because for whatever reason, the Coinbase wants to know exactly where you're sending all your crypto, and that's just not the kind of guy I am. I like to have the personal privacy, so I use the Exodus wallet to send the crypto, right? But I use my Coinbase wallet to convert my crypto from crypto back to USD and cash it out, right? And then go and use it and spend it in the real world. So I believe in making money here, right? I want us to make money that we can keep, use, give, and spend joyously, right? I want all of us to have that. So you're not going to do that if you just leave your money in the platform, right? So that's how I use Coinbase. All right, let's get back into the questions, guys. Here's one. Unbelievable scam we've been drawn into. It's really unfortunate. I'm glad I'm not the only one angry about this. Thanks for your video and not sipping the Kool-Aid. Awaiting 4 bonus account requests. As of now, they can't pay out anything in a timely manner. Disgusting. Wondering how long until the class action lawsuit. Okay, yeah, this is because somebody else had mentioned this also in my comments on the live chat. So let's talk about this class action lawsuit. I don't think there's going to be a class action lawsuit. Okay, because I think that what would happen is that Novatech would say, "Hey, they signed a disclosure when they signed up for Novatech," and and so based on that disclosure that we all signed when we agreed, when we clicked the agree button, and when we signed up for Novatech, I don't think that we would be able, or anybody, you or whoever, like made a class action lawsuit. I don't think that they would be able to win. Now, the only thing I think is that there are lawyers out there who will try to get your money from the government. They will try to get the government to give you back your money if you say, "Hey, I was scammed." And there may be programs that do that. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I don't think a class action lawsuit would actually work because we all signed a waiver. Right? We all signed a disclosure form when we first signed up. Next up, almost sounds like they won't allow trading account withdrawals on April 1st and spin it as the customers just want bonuses and blame the customers for their decision. Yeah, man, they could definitely do that. And that would be a red flag, right? If they said, "Hey guys, it's April 1st, and I just want to let you know that because of that poll, you guys have voted and you want the bonus account, so we're just going to not open the trading accounts back." Oh, no, no, that's not going to work. I'm going to tell you right now, that's not going to work. If anybody from Novatech is listening to me, guys, that's it's not going to go over well. Okay, you should really consider not doing that. All right, next one. That's exactly what they saying with the poll question. At this point, just give me my balance. That isn't house money, right? Give me my balance that isn't house money. Just give me back my initial money that I invested, right? I'd be happy with that. What? Why do they roll out this question right before April 1st? DAP wants us to compound more, from what I heard. Maybe one might be persecuted for trying to get their initial money out of the Church of Novatech, is the feeling I'm getting, right? I mean, we should be happy with two payouts in the past 8 weeks, shouldn't we? No. Who knows? Maybe we'll get our allowance on Friday and it might actually get paid again by Wednesday next week. At this point, just pay me whatever. But it feels like this patient is bleeding out and Novatech is dying. Yeah, I mean, it feels that way, right? I mean, this is because you're paying attention, right? The reason why you're able to make a comment like this is because you're paying attention and you're really looking at both sides of the coin. Okay, I don't think you want Novatech to fail. I certainly don't want Novatech to fail, but you're seeing the red flags. You're seeing the writing on the wall, and the people that I kind of feel for is the people who just refuse to see it. They're like, no, 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 no. I don't want to look. I don't want to look. I don't want to look. I don't know. Do I feel bad for those people, or are they kind of getting what they, are they kind of doing it to themselves? That's the question. I don't know. Next up. This is simply preparing the grounds for the news about not being able to request trading account for who knows how long, right? Perhaps trying to copy another platform that keeps your capital. Oh, I'm so glad you brought this up. That keeps your capital until at the end of the term. But the bonus account withdrawals suck right now. From poor ROI compared to other really good platforms to excruciating delays on bonus account withdrawal requests. If they want to come back strong and competitive, they better put their act together and they better get it better be a really good act. That's right. That's right. I couldn't have said that better myself. And I really like what you said here about trying to copy another platform that keeps your capital until the end of the term. So, guys, one thing that Vortic United does that I thought was so smart that they put this into place is that they tell you up front how long they're going to need to keep your capital. Okay, so let's talk about portfolio plan A real quick. Portfolio plan A, the minimum investment is 50 USDT. Okay, 50 USDT, which is awesome because I've got a lot of people who follow me on the different, whatever different platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, wherever I'm at, who are like world citizens, right? These people are not from the West. They're not from the United States. They don't have an extra $500 to throw into something, but they do have an extra 50. So shout out to Vortic United for opening it up to people, even as low as $50, you can get a portfolio plan A. But here's what they say, and here's what's important. They need to keep your initial capital for 42 weeks. So they're telling you up front, we're going to keep your capital for 42 weeks. In the meantime, we're going to pay you out every single Monday. And let's say that you funded with $10,000, you get 400 a week, right? And at the end of that, you're at like between $28,000 and $30,000 at the end of the term, right? So it's beautiful because they let you know what they're going to do up front. They let you know, hey, we do need to hold on to the money for this amount of time, but you can go ahead and collect your profits. So you collect your profits every week, and you'll see me on here on Monday, guys. I always make a report on Monday after I get my profits from Vortic United. And so I think that NOVATECH sees that, and NOVATECH may want to implement that. And I think it would be a good idea if they do implement it. Just don't implement that for your old people like myself and for other people who already have an account. No, guys, you gotta let them go ahead and get out if they want to at this point. You froze their trading account, right? That's not cool. You gotta let them get out before you start putting in any further rules and regulations. Next up, you are so amazing. Thank you. Right back at you. And so on point. Thank you. I love your candid reality of all of this. Much needed for our Novatech brothers and sisters. Yes, sir. Yeah, and the reason why is because I'm not coming on here hate. See, the one of the thing that draws people to the Unlimited Freedom channel is that I'm not coming on here flat out hating on Novatech. I know some of you guys think I am, but I'm not. I'm actually a member of Novatech, but I'm not going to shy away from the red flags, right? And then on the other side, I'm not going to come on here and say that everything is peachy keen and hunky dory and that there's no problems. Not going to do that. So when and like I said, I've been a business person for a long time. Okay, and a lot, some of my businesses have been have dealt with a huge, big customer service component. And what I learned is that when you give people the straight up truth, you're gonna lose some people up front because they want you to lie to them. They want you to oversell your product, right? They want you to say, "Oh yeah, you're going to get this plan and everything's going to be great and you're never going to have any problems." But I learned that it's better to tell them the truth up front. Hey, here's what it is. Here's the risks involved. Here's the good, the bad, and the ugly. And if you want to walk away from it, fine. But for the people who don't walk away from it, from the people who sign up, sign the contract, do the deal, most of the time, guys, 90% of the time, they become my client for life because I told them the truth at the beginning. Okay. So that's the rationale behind doing that. Next up, I've been at Vortic United since October, and I've been paid every Monday. The best project. Hey man, cool, good for you. I didn't get in back then. I wish I would have got in back then. I've been in Vortic United since January, and yeah, man, I love it. I love it. I'm getting paid every Monday too. They're doing what they said they're going to do. They've got a lot of good things going for them, guys. If you want to learn more about Vortic United, just go to my channel and. I did a really comprehensive video on Vortic United a couple of days ago. I think it's called Deep Dive into Vortic United. So look for the Deep Dive into Vortic United. Also, The links to everything that I do are in my description. So if you want to learn more, you can go to the description and learn there. Next up. Well, two people in my group received their bonuses for 3-3 and today for 321. Now that is amazing. Novatech FX is really going to catch up. Patience, patience, patience. I hope so, man. I hope they do. It's just the problem is that there's so many people who are not having that result, right? I want to see it get to the point where everybody is saying, hey, I've been caught up. My bonus accounts are caught up. I'm caught up. I've been made whole with my bonus accounts. Now my bonus account withdrawals are coming in on time. I want to see that. And frankly, I wanted to see that before now. It's the 24th of March. So, guys, there's not a lot of time left until that April 1st, that faithful April 1st day. We're going to see what happens, right? But it's getting close. Here's a question for your Q&A. Why did NOVATECH stop paying us presidential members? Here's why. I think because the presidential members, your payouts are so big, right? And you've got so much invested that it's like Truth Seeker said, they're having a liquidity issue. I think that's obvious. I think we can pretty much say 100% they're having a liquidity issue. So since you're on the presidential level and your bonus account payments are so big, if they're having a liquidity issue, that means that you're going to be like one of the last people that they pay. You see what I'm saying? But I also have friends on the presidential level. I'm not up there because, like I said, I withdrew back in October, right? I don't want to be up there right now because that would mean I would have a lot of money on the line and it would be frozen, and I would not like that. Next up. Well, look at the bright side. Oh, here's one about the grammar. You guys got me on that grammar thing, man. I'm not gonna say nothing more about nobody's grammar, okay? You guys are real good in that chat. You guys do not sleep on it, man. You guys in the chat, you're good, right? You got me. Okay, but look on the bright side. Although their grammar is incorrect, at least they are communicating more. But I think they should delay trading account balance withdrawals a little while longer until they get their act together and won't jeopardize their solvency. Yeah, but at what cost? I mean, what do you think's going to be the reaction if they come back out and say, "Hey, we need to put in another delay"? Do you think that's going to be a good reaction? I mean, I don't. I think that you're always going to have some people with Novatech that are going to roll with Novatech no matter what they do. But more and more people, man, I think if they put in another delay, you're going to see a lot. You're going to see a lot more, you're going to see a lot more problems. You're going to see a lot more people falling off, and you're going to see a lot more people just getting straight up mad. It's like, where's my money? Like, why are you playing with my money? So I really think they're running out of time on it. Okay, next up. Many are reporting that they've received their 320 withdrawal request today on a few Facebook chats. Yeah, man. That's good. It's just we need to see the consistency. Like I said, it can't keep being this scattergun approach. Next up. I'm not getting too excited until they can. Here, you took the words out of my mouth. Next up. I'm not getting too excited until they can consistently make these payouts for like 4 weeks in a row. Seems like every time they come out with a change or announcement, there is a fast payout. Everyone gets excited. Then within a week, they're back to delays and backlogs. People that don't believe, that look at people waiting on withdrawals from the 1st of February, they have payouts in between when an announcement has been made. Okay, so basically what you're saying there is that they're kind of picking and choosing how they're going to pay it out, when they're going to pay it out, and it almost looks like they're drip feeding you and stringing you along. Yeah, I mean, it does look like that. It does look like that, and that's not a good look. Next up. I have just received my bonus account payout. You doubters are being proven wrong again about your pessimism. I'm eating. We winning. Now go on and give NOVATECH credit and stop looking for failures. Patience is a virtue. Stop looking for red flags. We burning y'all red flags, you FUD folks. Okay. I'm glad you got your bonus account payout, but are you seriously, honestly telling me that there's no red flags? What's your reasoning behind that? What's your argument behind that? Because I can't understand how you could say that there's no red flags. I mean, yeah, patience is a virtue and everything, but there has to be some communication here, don't you think? You really think it's okay the way that they're handling this thing? I honestly, sincerely want to know. Next up, I just got an email from Quickie Pay an hour ago that my recent Monday withdrawal was rejected for no good reason. Has anybody experienced the same? Now I have to wait until Monday to re-request. Is this their way out? Yeah, I mean, man, I don't know, but I haven't. The only thing that I've experienced from Quickie Pay is that I have heard hide nor hair of Quickie Pay. I have not heard a word from Quickie Pay. They're not in my spam folder. They're not in my email. They're not in my promotions. I have not heard a word from Quickie Pay. So I would like to hear at least something from them. But I have no idea why they rejected, man. But that's, I mean, obviously that's not good. I'd be sending out some emails at that point. But I mean, does Quickie Pay have a support? Because you know you're not going to hear back from NOVATECH support. They don't have one. Next up. Okay, so you're in NOVATECH, but you sure sound pessimistic over being optimistic. And obviously, your forethought isn't bright, yours is dark. My forethought is dark? Why listen to you? Why join your red flag seeking? Not interested. It's like you're looking for the failure. Here's what I got to say about your comment. You're obviously not watching my videos because I don't see how you can come to that conclusion if you're watching my videos. I've got a lot of positivity on here. I have made money in this space, right? I'm a self-made successful person. You know, I give all the glory to God, right? I'm not against God. I'm not against NOVATECH. I'm not against any of that, right? So I don't see how you can watch my videos and then come and say that I'm like seeking red flags. The red flags are coming to me. I'm not coming to them, right? It's like every day we have a new red flag popping out, right? I'm not like looking for it. It's happening, right? I'm just a messenger. Okay. Don't shoot the messenger. Next up, just one correction. Oh, and this is about Vortic United. When the term ends, you do not get your full seed money back, but only 80% of it. I don't really begrudge them taking a fee, but people need to know this before investing. Yeah, I mean they should know that, bro. I mean it's in the what do you call it? The presentation, the Vortic United presentation. So let me do some quick numbers for you guys. So let's say that you put in $10,000 to Vortic United, right? You get paid 400 a week for 46 weeks. So at the end of the 46 weeks, you've been paid 18,400 in profit. And then you get 8,000 back, right? So that puts you at $26,400. So you just turn $10,000 into $26,400. That's how it works. And I think that, I mean, you might want to double check, but I think that those numbers were accurate. So go back and watch the rewatch the video on Vortic United where I do the deep dive because I think that those numbers are accurate. Next up, man, you have to realize it's hundreds of thousands of people are panic selling like yourself. And yes, you are being negative towards NOVATECH. No, I'm not panic selling. I already got out. Like I said, I got out back in October, right? So definitely not panic selling. Uh, yes, you're being negative towards NOVATECH. No, I'm just being realistic. Okay. I'm not going to let you slap on that negative thing. There's plenty of people out there being negative to NOVATECH. You can find them if you're looking for them. I'm not one of them. I am being realistic. Next up, wish you had your screen showing at the same time. Okay, so guys, when I do a presentation and I don't share my screen, that's because right now, for whatever reason, like when I do a live Zoom and I do the screen sharing, it becomes really choppy when I try to share my face, my video, and my screen at the same time. And I don't like that choppy, low quality look, right? So I won't share the screen, or what I'll do is I'll share the screen but I won't have my face showing at the same time. And that's been working out a little better. So I'm going to try to do that in the future. And I'm just trying to figure out how I can get the screen sharing to work and still keep the quality of the videos and the sound. Thank you for the comment. Next up, this was the most informative video I've seen about analysis. This breakdown is what most of us have to pay for. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to get the same kind of sauce that you're getting on this channel. You're just not, because I am a forex trader. Okay, I am a high frequency binary options trader. Okay, I have been a crypto trader in the past. I know how it works. I can break down what's happening behind the scenes for you guys. Okay, and you're not going to get that same kind of sauce anywhere else. So thank you for that comment. I appreciate you. Let me hit the chat. Uh, Lat Rio Blanco. So is it over? I don't know. I can't tell you for sure if it's over or not. I can tell you that people have been getting paid their bonus account withdrawals, so it's technically not over. I mean, when it's over is when you go and log into your NOVATECH account and the website is no longer there, right? Or you've got an FBI seal and it says that this website has been shut down by the federal government, right? If you don't see that, then it's not technically over, but but it's showing a lot of signs. Okay, that's what we're saying. It's showing a lot of signs. Guys, make sure that you hit the like button on the video. Please do me a favor, hit the like button if you have not, because it helps me out, guys. Please do that. Next up, what investments would you recommend apart from Vortic with a startup between 100 and 500? Yeah, like I said, Wayne, I like crypto program. I'm also doing something called VidiLook, VIDILOOK, and VidiLook's cool because you can like double and triple and 3x and 4x and 5x your money just by playing advertisements on your computer. So if you haven't looked into VidiLook, I would look into that. Uh, Rift Alliance does that. They keep your money until the end of term. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think it's a good idea, but you should tell people up front if you're doing that. Next up, Ronsel Wilkin. Novatech keeps your initial capital for 90 days, right? Well, they know they just charge you 50. Well, how it was before is they would charge you 15% if you wanted to withdraw your capital within 90 days. But technically, you could have withdrawn any time. I think that is going to have to be changed in the future. I just think that they should not change it for the people who've already been involved, right? Because that's like you're retroactively like putting a rule on us that you didn't have before. Like we didn't know that when we signed up, so you shouldn't like retroactively do that. I don't think that's right. Next up, in my opinion, Nova needs to rethink the comp plan. I feel like they pay a ton. 3% a week on your money should be good enough to get people in. Let's not overpay to get people in. Yeah, that depends, Keaton. I mean, they pay a ton if you're at the top of the food chain. Like if you're at the top of the company, you're getting a lot of residual income. But if you're not, it can be really, really hard for people to live off commissions from Novatech. It's just like Amway. Like if you were to join Amway right now, it would be almost impossible for you to build a big team because Amway's been around since the 1970s. The big team is already built. You need to be at the top. You need to get in at the top. That way you can build a big team. That's why I like Vortic United because it's new. I like VideoLook because it's new. Crypto program is new. And if you get into those, then you're getting in at the top. You're getting in at the ground floor. What's the drawback? It's more risky. So you have to use your risk management when you get into something like that. Next up, M. Yabara. It's a 15% penalty fee, right? States and terms and conditions from your trading account only. Correct. JR, I'm totally curious. How much should I pull out next time to make sure I get some kind of money? Less than 1,000. Anybody out there have an answer? I've seen 500 withdrawals come through. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I just had a guy that said that he was getting $2,000 withdrawals, but that's the biggest that I've heard of. Next up, Arthur Styles. Everything going to be okay. Let's stay positive. Right. I hope so. But I mean, Arthur, don't you think that they're showing bad signs here? I mean, the fact that they froze the trading account withdrawals, the fact that they got all of these like government problems with Canada and California, and they never have really addressed it. They've never really fully addressed it. I mean, that to me is a red flag. I mean, why don't you tell us your plan to not have that happen moving forward? Right. And then the fact that they're slow playing the bonus accounts, the fact that, when the CEO does speak, she seems defensive and she seems like she's on the attack against her own investors. These things all seem like red flags to me. Well, yeah, I'm going to stay positive because I do hope that they pull through it, but I'm going to give you some constructive criticism. I'm going to give Novatech constructive criticism because I want to see them do better. I want to see them fix the problems. I want to see them hire a support staff, right? Get your support working, right? Get your portal working. Get the bonus accounts caught up. Get the trading accounts caught up. Fix it is what I'm saying. We can be positive all day, but fix it. Fix it. I can still be positive and say fix it, right? All right, next up. I'm on the fence. I've been using Novatech for over a year and a half, and lately they have been a little bit of a bummer. Yeah, I mean, you could say that again. Been waiting since February 3rd. LOL for my bonus account. Yeah, so you're being patient. You're waiting. I mean, that's a long time to wait, right? Uh, JR, can you please tell me how much your bonus accounts that you're actually getting? I believe it's lower amounts that are being paid. Has anybody pulled out 5,000 or more that have gotten their fund? I haven't heard anybody. When your funds get rejected, it's due to your wallet most likely being something attached to USD versus Bitcoin. Make sure that yours is a Bitcoin wallet. That's a good shout out, bro. Thank you for sharing that. True secret. Tell that hater to keep on hating because it won't stop you from being informative. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna do that. I just saw potential in the relationship, and so it's kind of a shame that it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Next up, Wayne Gray. Thanks and thank you. All right, let's get back to the comments, folks. Here's something that somebody said to me about Vortic. You need to explain the program better, quote unquote, ways to win, and stop being a fanboy. Okay, am I being a fanboy? I don't think anybody would. I don't think anybody who watches all of my videos, right, who sees me lay out the different platforms, who sees me get on here and break things down. I don't think that anybody who really watches my videos would be a fanboy. So I challenge you, sir. I challenge you. Go back and watch my videos and then come back on here and call me a fanboy, okay? Because this shows to me that maybe you watched about 10 minutes of one video and then you drew a conclusion, you made a judgment, and you decided that it was a good idea to post it publicly on my comments and call me a fanboy. But the only thing that it shows me, you're not actually watching, you're not actually paying attention. So there you go. You got your 10-second dirty high from calling me a fanboy. Good for you, right? You're not watching. You're not plugged in. You're obviously not watching the videos. Next up. Not a single person has gotten paid. Not oh wait. Not a single person has not uh this let me see. Not a single person haven't gotten paid. So what he's saying is everybody has gotten paid. It's just taking longer than usual, but everyone is getting paid. This dude is just looking for views, creating fear on bogus information. Okay, well, look, I appreciate getting views. I'm not going to come on here and say that I don't want to get views. Uh, Creating fear, I disagree. Bogus information, I disagree. I try to be as legitimate as possible with the information that I give on here. I try to give you the perspective of a forex trader. I try to give you the perspective of a person who's been in a lot of different business opportunities. I try to bring you guys a lot of good sauce on here. Okay. Now creating fear, no, that's not what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to sound the alarm and use this as a teachable moment. So let's say Novatech does rug pull. I hope that it doesn't, but if it does, this can be used as a teachable moment for a lot of people to, learn how to get back up and do better next time in the space. Okay, so I'm not going to shy away from things that are not, not necessarily a net positive. Having said that, yeah, I agree people have been getting paid, but I disagree that everybody's gotten paid. Clearly, everybody has not gotten paid. Clearly. Okay, and the question is, will they? Will Novatech be able to catch up? Will Novatech be able to make the payouts? And the answer, we don't know yet. Okay, but Novatech has got to give people a realistic timeline. You can't say on there that we're going to pay you your bonus account within 48 hours and then keep it for weeks. No. You can't say on there that we're going to pay you your trading account within 15 business days and then go and freeze the account and like slow play that. It's been months. You can't say that. If you're going to pay slower, you need to communicate that. You need to put it up on your site in writing so that everybody can know what the deal is. Next up, it's obvious Novatech doing something weird, but I hope everyone gets their cash outs. Yeah, I mean, what else could you call it? I mean, it's definitely a liquidity problem. What else could you call it? How can you put a positive spin on what's been happening? How can you put a positive spin on the lack of communication over the problems that they had in California and Canada? How can you put a positive spin on them freezing the trading accounts? How can you put a positive spin on them slow playing the bonus accounts? How can you put a positive spin on Cynthia, attacking her own investors and blaming us for the problems that are happening? How can you put a positive spin on that? I would like to know. Let me know if you can do that. Let me know. Next up, they can still open up trading account withdrawals and pay out the bonus account first. They never said that trading account withdrawal requests would be immediate. They could take 2 months, like they did with you, to refund trading account requests. Okay, but if they do, they should state that in writing that that's what they're going to do. That's all I'm saying. Next up, you present good facts, not only about Novatech, but about other things as well. But I think there's some things that can be very speculative as well. Here are the real facts about Novatech. There are people reporting they've gotten their payments, and then there are those who report they haven't received it yet. How do you weigh it out? Which way is it swaying? Can we count each and every person and compare the numbers? The signals for payouts and non payouts is mixed unless we have some hard numbers. So, should we discount Novatech already after 4 years of consistency? That's a good comment. No, man, no. I don't think we should discount him, right? I just think that they need to fix the issues. Next up. Anyway, honestly, I think Novatech should stop taking on new customers until they can at least catch up. Yeah, that'd be a good idea, bro. I don't think they're going to do that though. They want them new dollars coming in. I just think it's wrong for you to be bringing in new people with these new dollars and you're not. Why would you join a company where your trading account is going to immediately be frozen? I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't recommend somebody to do that. All right. That's just my opinion. I'm bullish on Novatech and do pray that God continues to bless Novatech. And that's just me too. Yeah, man. I'm not going to be against you praying for something, bro. But look, you believe God answers prayer, right? You believe God answers prayer. Sure, a lot of us believe that. Okay. But you do realize that sometimes the answer is no, right? Like, have you ever heard it said, in this world, we will have tribulation? Have you ever heard it said that through many tribulations and many persecutions, we must enter the kingdom of God? You ever heard that? What if the answer is no, right? Look, man, sometimes in life, you got to take a hit. And I don't think that every hit that comes to us is from the devil. I don't think that every negative thing that happens in life is from the devil, or at least God uses it and he can use it to grow you, to grow your character, to make you better. It's called being in the crucible, right? It's called being refined in the fire, right? You go into the furnace, everything that can be burned up gets burned up, and then you come out as gold, right? So, yeah, you can pray, man, but just remember the answer might be no. Not only next up, not only have I not received a bonus account withdrawal since February 2nd, but today I tried to log in my account and I received an error message that states sign in failed. The account is no longer active. Man, that's crazy. Can you give me an update on that? Because I haven't seen that happen to anybody yet. So could you give me an update and let me know if that's still the case? Because I haven't heard of them just straight terminating somebody's account. That would be an L. All right, next up, being Monday, I did a bonus account for about 1,600 this morning early because DAP stated that starting today, 3/20/23 Monday, the payouts would be started processing the day of the withdrawal. Should I hold my breath or hit my knees in front of the Church of Novatech and confess my sins, like signing up to begin with? Remember, it's our fault and we should own up to it, says the preacher. Okay. Uh, People have forgotten that this is business. They've gotten emotionally attached to Novatech. They come off like it's not about their money; it's about mindset. Huh? Hope Novatech bounces back, but if you're going to get emotionally attached to a platform, you might go poor. That's right. I mean, that's all good points. That's all good points, guys. I mean, I don't know. They say that they're getting the bonus accounts together and that they're letting you do your withdrawals on Monday. So hopefully that does come to pass. I've heard both. I've heard people who say that they're getting it, and I've heard people who say that they're not getting it. So we're just gonna have to. There just needs to be more consistency, right? Bottom line. Next up, to each his own. I have been paid, and I do have older requests waiting. But all of my most recent March requests have been paid, and I am not talking chump change. So whatever. Yeah, okay, so that's good that you've been paid, man, but I mean, I haven't, And I know a lot of other people haven't been paid yet for their bonus account withdrawals in March. So it's not all caught up for everybody across the board. Next up, quit trying to sell other programs here. That's an L for you, partner. I'm not trying to sell other programs, okay? I'm talking about what I'm doing in a lot of different areas. I talk about cryptocurrency on here. I talk about crypto platforms on here. I talk about the stock market. I talk about dividend stocks. I talk about forex trading. I talk about high frequency forex. I'm not just on here like trying to sell programs. In fact, I tell people that, hey, if you're interested in anything that I talk about on here, the links are in the description. You're welcome to go directly to my description of this video, click the link or copy and paste the link into your browser. You can go directly to the company website and you can learn about it for yourself. If you want to sign up, great. I'm happy to have you, right? That's great. But I'm not telling anybody to sign up for anything, okay? So I call a L on that comment. Next up, put your money in the bank. Plus, why are you talking so loud? If you're not happy, time to leave when you get the payout the best. Okay, put my money in the bank. Why? I can grow my money better in forex. I can grow my money better in crypto platforms. I can grow my money better in the stock market. I ain't putting my money in the bank, and I'm not leaving either. I'm going to call it like I see it. I'm going to keep talking about NOVATECH. I'm going to talk as loud as I want because that's just how I am, okay? If you don't like it, bro, then you're just not going to like the channel. But hey, dude, it is what it is, right? If you don't like it, then you don't like it. I don't know what to tell you. I can't be anybody but who I am, all right? Thank you for the comment anyway. I talk loud because I get excited about stuff. NOVATECH created that trust by delivering for 4 years. Not just going to give them the finger just because they ran into a few speed bumps. I will continue to give them the benefit of the doubt because the more people hang in there, the better the chances the company will overcome the hurdles and continue to produce for us. So yeah, I'm rooting for NOVATECH. If they win, I win. Yeah, that's fine, man. That's good. Good for you. Okay, nobody's giving NOVATECH the finger. Okay, nobody's just throwing. Nobody's doing that. Okay, I want NOVATECH to succeed as well, but you can't just be willfully blind when things are starting to spiral and when the company is showing red flags. You can't just hide your eyes. Next up, amazing how silent the so-called NOVATECH leadership is. Yeah, man. That's the biggest red flag of them all is the silence for me. I don't care if, if you I mean, look, I just want you to communicate, right? The worst thing you can do is be silent. Next up, you've really been developing your place in YouTube. The background flag suits the show. Thank you. Yeah, I like it. You know what I mean? I never you just never know what's going to happen. I've done a lot of different things and the YouTube channel just kind of started to grow and as long as people are watching, I will keep broadcasting. The flag, I designed that logo myself and I thought it was kind of cool because it's got the little podcast microphone there and it reminds me of all of the things that I hope to do in the future with this program. It reminds me, it's like, when you put your goal up on the wall and you look at it every day and it's like, okay, this is what I want to do. This is what I want this to become. And so it's cool to be able to look at that every day. And it's just bringing some better lighting in, getting the sound effects in, getting a little bit better of a camera, getting the backdrop. It's all so that the quality is better, right? Because if people are watching, then I want to try to bring you the best possible quality that I can. Next up, love your cult leader comment. 2 thumbs up. Yeah. But basically what I said is I'm not a cult leader, but if I was, right, if I was, I would like some of the hardcore NOVATECH people to be in my cult because it just seems like they can do anything and get away with it. And the hardcore faithful just don't care. Next up, definitely got a lot of value. Thank you. Next up. Signed up 3 with your link last night. Thanks, dude. Thank you. I appreciate you signing people up. That's good. I So if you decide to start a business using one of the links here that I have in my description, let me know that you're doing that, right? So that I can provide you the resources that I have that can help you build a great big team. Okay, because this isn't my first rodeo, guys. Okay, so yeah, if you decide that you want to join one of these programs and build a team, just shoot me a comment and let me know, and then we'll hook up and I'll give you some resources on how to do that. Next up, what is your tax strategy for your earnings? Okay, so I live in the United States. So with the United States, we're taxed on earnings, right? Whether it's crypto earnings or whether it's investment earnings, whether it's just business earnings. You know what I mean? Like any type of income that comes in when you live in the United States, you're taxed on, right? And for people like myself who have multiple online businesses, you have to be very good about your taxes. So what I do is I use a CPA. Okay, I have a guy who's been in business for about 20 years, and he does a great job helping me get all of my tax things in order. And since I run different businesses, I have certain expenses that I can apply to the different businesses to lower my tax liability. Right. So I've got one business that I've been in for 8 years now. I've got another business that I've been in for 2 years. I got a couple more businesses that I've been in for 1 year. I've got some businesses that I've started. So I'm a multiple like business guy, right? I've got multiple online businesses, right? That's why Ponzi called me a multiple Ponzi promoter, right? But I don't look at it that way, right? I mean, because it's not that. Let's face it. I mean, it's not that, right? It's just not. But when you make that when you've got that money coming in, you have to have your tax write-offs so that you don't get hit with a lot of tax liabilities, right? And then you've got to understand that the cell phone bill can become a write-off, your house where you live can become a write-off, your office can become a write-off, your meals out can become a write-off, your traveling, your airplane traveling, going to different places. All of that becomes something that you can write off for your various different businesses, right? So you want to make sure that you're tracking all of your expenses so that you don't get hit real hard because you're not going to want to just pay taxes on everything when you put most of your money back into your businesses anyway. So I got a really good CPA. I pay him, I think, a little over $1,000 a year. I pay him, and it's worth it because he helps me stay out of trouble tax wise. And he also has something called audit protection insurance. So what it is it's an extra insurance policy I can buy on my taxes so that if I do get audited, I've got like $1 million worth of coverage. Right now, I've never been audited before. I hope never to get audited, but it just so happens that my CPA has this thing called audit protection insurance, which is really cool. Right. And I would recommend it. Listen, don't save money on your tax guy, spend extra money on getting a good CPA if you're going to be in business. Okay. That's a good question, man. Thank you for that question. All right. Next up, according to Robert K., Bitcoin is actually officially considered a commodity like gold and silver, but I have not found information from the SEC to confirm that. Do you have any information on that? So, right now, and I did a video on this, but here's where it is right now. Okay, you've got two schools of thought. You've got the school of thought that Bitcoin and crypto is already a security because it passes the Howey test. Okay, therefore it's already a security, therefore it's already regulated under the law, and therefore it's already under the law that's already been written. That's one school of thought, but that's not been there's been no official judgment on that. There's no consensus in the legal community. One says that, oh yeah, cryptocurrency is a security. Therefore, it is already under regulation laws. It's already falls under the SEC um, umbrella. And then the other side of the argument says, no, it's a currency. Crypto is a currency, cryptocurrency. Therefore, it does not fall under the securities laws, right? So the question is it a security or is it a currency? And that's being debated right now. It has not yet been decided. That's a very good question. And that's what you have to understand. Have you ever heard BOJ say that crypto is the wild, wild west? It really is. Crypto's new. And a lot of these things are undecided, right? A lot of these things, there's no legal consensus yet. Great question. All right, let me see where we are with you guys in my comments. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Do me a favor, hit the like button. Do me a favor, subscribe if you haven't yet. Please hit the notification bell if you haven't yet. Appreciate all you guys in the comments. Okay. All right. Next up, just like Silicon Valley, if everyone panic and pull their trading balance, Novatech will crash. Yeah, that's called a run on the bank. You're right. For many of us who want Novatech to succeed, Novatech should definitely pay those who want out. Yeah, I mean, it is. It's a run on the bank. That's exactly what it is. If you look at, I did a video on the current bank crisis here on my channel. You can take a look at that, and where I break down exactly what a run on the bank is, and I break down the exact definition of it. I give you historic examples. Very, very interesting stuff. And that's exactly what's happening with Novatech. It's a run on the bank, and and it's like you saw with Silicon Valley. It's hard to survive something like that. So yeah. But why doesn't Novatech just come out and say that? Why don't they just come out and say it? Why don't they just come out and say, "Hey, this is what's going on. This is what we plan to do about it." Wouldn't that be nice? Okay. Next up. However, it should be installments every month. Novatech needs to protect this wonderful platform. I see where you're coming from, right? You don't want to see the platform fail. Right? I see where you're coming from on that. And shout out to you, man, because I don't want to see it fail either. But I just think that there are some people, right, who are they really want out at this point, right? They just want, it's like you've seen them in the comments. There's some people who just want their initial investment and they want out, right? And so for those people, I think there should be a way for them to get their initial investment and get out. And if it's too many, if it's a run on the bank, if it crashes Novatech, if it kills it, if it ends it, well, give the people their money and better luck next time, right? You can't say, "Hey, we're not going to give you your money because we don't want to fail." You can't who can really you can't really say that. You know what I mean? Because at that point you really are like that is really kind of like at that point you're kind of stealing their money, don't you think? Next up, somebody put in a message, but then the message got retracted. Next up, at the Fake Truth Seeker in Christ, a wonderful platform is transparency, integrity, and communication. Stop being delusional. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying, man. It's you got to have the communication. That's the thing. I mean, I think that most of us do want to see Novatech succeed. I mean, I certainly do. I've made a lot of money in Novatech. I would like to make more, right? Because I like making that. Right. I want to see you succeed, right? But like I said, yeah, you got to have the transparency. Yeah, I really this is a good comment. Transparency, check. Integrity, check. Communication, check. They need all of that, right? And man, I mean, you it just is it's a strange tactic they're using by just being totally silent the way that they are. Okay, next up. Activa los subtítulos. So how do I do that? I mean, how do I activate the subtitles, guys, without having to go in and actually literally type out the subtitles? Because I'm just telling you, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go in and type out subtitles for every video. Is there a way that I can activate subtitles on YouTube? Because I mean, I will if I can. Next up, love your energy, Vaughn. Keep yelling. Well, I gotta keep being me, my brother. I gotta keep being me, right? I am who I am, right? Sometimes I yell, sometimes I get loud. I am who I am. Next up, Ponzi Patrol just posted this interview with Ed. Cool, awesome. All right, guys, go watch it after I get done here. Give me a few more minutes, okay? And then go. But cool, yeah, yeah, man. I'm excited about that. I want to go watch that. Next up, lots of people have lost confidence, me included. They are still trading our money. Supposedly, come April, they should suspend everything and let those people get out if they want to. I agree. I mean, listen, man. If what they need to do to give everybody their money back, if they have to shut it down, then they're just going to have to shut it down, right? Because at this point, people like you ought to be able to get your money back. Okay, I agree. Uh, then back on track after they process those withdrawals. Yeah, or try again. You know what I mean? I don't want to see them fail, right? But really, you definitely they can't keep stalling with people's money, right? I know that people aren't going to stand for that. I mean, it's going to be, you just can't do that, right? You just can't do that. Right. Next up, hey Vaughn, I saw your recent update on NOVATECH canceling coin payments and switching to Quickie Pay. I've made a withdrawal request on my trading account on February 3rd. Will this affect my request on the trading account? Yeah, I mean, is there a way for you to cancel that withdrawal request? I mean, I know that you want to be in the queue to be one of the first ones that's paid out, but you don't want to give NOVATECH a reason to not pay you out, right? You don't want them to come back and say, "Oh yeah, we would have paid you out, but you were still on the coin payment thing, and you tried to withdraw." I mean, just you don't try not to give them any excuse. I mean, I honestly don't know what I would do if it were me. I think that if they never paid me out my request back in October, if they never paid it out, I probably would have canceled it and then gone back to compounding it until April. Because I mean, why not just compound it? I mean, if I can't get to it anyway, it's probably what I would have done. Next up, hey Vaughn, you got to tell them you yell. That's just you giving us the sauce. That's right. Because guys, what you got to understand about the Unlimited Freedom Channel is, guys, I'm giving you the sauce, right? And I'm giving it to you the way that nobody else is bringing it to you. So if you want the sauce, then this is the place to get the sauce. Okay. Next up, no, it does not allow me today. It's blocked. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. You're just gonna have. You're in limbo, right? You're in limbo, and you're not alone. There's a lot of people who are going through the exact same thing you are. It's one of the reasons why I make these, is so that we can have some dialogue going on here, and get some momentum, and hopefully get that back out for you soon. Uh, Marky Mark, I'm having pork chops for dinner. Okay. Marky Mark, Marky Mark, man, back when you were in that Funky Bunch, you know what I mean? I was feeling you, but then you left the Funky Bunch to start a career in Hollywood, and now everybody thinks you're Mark Wahlberg. Every time I say Marky Mark, people don't know who you are. Oh, you mean Mark Wahlberg? No, he's not Mark Wahlberg. He's Marky Mark. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, baby. Man, don't sleep on that, guys. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Pork chops for dinner. I'm not sure what that means. I for one, I'm not gonna have pork chops, but I'm gonna have a big dinner tonight. I'll tell you that, because you guys got me going here, and then I gotta watch Ponzi's video afterwards. So, man, that's gonna be cool, man. Anyway, I hope all the best for crypto program. I really do. I like crypto program. I mean, I really wish that I could come on here and keep making updates for you guys. Uh, Maybe we'll be able to in the future. All right, next up, Daniel Molina. I live in Toronto, Canada. Any idea what's going to happen with the accounts? Yeah, I no, man. I mean, if you haven't gotten your payout now yet, then they need to get it. They need to get it out to you, man. I mean, you're in Canada, so you're not going to really be able to keep going with Novatech. So you want to try to get your money out and look for a different option. I would say that's in your area. But yeah, I mean, I would. That's what I would look into. I know a lot of the Canada people have gone over to GS Partners. More on that to come. I've given some of my opinion a little bit on GS Partners. the thing is with GS Partners is they've made some claims that are a little bit off, and so but people are making money there. So I'm like I said, I'm still looking at it. But I probably next week I'll have an update for you on GS Partners. But definitely just stay tuned here too, because there's some good platforms here. Like I said, Vortic United, I like that one right now. I also like VidiLook is a good one. I'm enjoying VidiLook, and there's some others on there. The links are in the description. Okay, next up. That's right, baby. That's right. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. All right, next up, Johnny Allison. If this thing crashes and burns, are you going to still refund your family members their funds back due to your suggestion to sign up? Yeah, 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 exactly. So basically, I made some of my family sign up, right? And I made them, like I forced them, right? It wasn't a thing where I said, "Hey, here's what I'm doing. You can sign up or not. Do it. Enter at your own risk." No, I was like, "You're doing this." So when it comes to that, yeah, yeah. But I mean, I can't like insure all of their earnings and everything like that. They're going to get their initial seed investment back. Yeah. So for that, for my family, close family, people, and that's only for the ones that I forced into it. There's some people who signed up under me out of their own free will and validation. They looked at the opportunity, they made their own decision, and then no, I can't refund everybody, right? But for the people that I actually like, I put them in a headlock and forced them to do it. Yeah, I'd be kind of a jerk if I didn't refund them. Next up, what happened to crypto program me? I'm out of the loop. Is it in limbo? No, it's not in limbo. It's still working good. I'm still making a lot of money with it. But Ed Zimbardi, the leader of crypto program, had asked us to take down all the social media, and I think we're going to see why. If you look at the video that came out today, I mean, maybe he went on this interview and got spooked. You know what I mean? Maybe for whatever reason, he's trying to pull back and protect the house. Have you ever heard that phrase of protect the house? It's like when a company doesn't want to be all over social media because they're afraid that it's going to open them up to legal liability, right? And they're afraid they'll get a lawsuit, or they just don't want to deal with it, right? And so therefore, like, I've worked for companies in the past that say don't post any of your pictures on social media, don't post any company communications on social media, don't post a picture of you at your workplace on social media, because we don't want to open ourselves up to the liability. So is crypto program still going? Yeah, it's still working. In fact, I just got a payment this morning. Like I said, I'm trying to build up to where I have a package every day, to where I get 125 USDT, at least one package every day, so that I get that USDT coming into my Exodus wallet every day. But yeah, they're doing fine. It's just they asked us to take down the social media stuff, and hopefully once they figure out some stuff with their compliance department or whatever, they'll let us start making videos again, because I really like crypto program. I really want to keep talking about it on here. But I see, here's the thing. I didn't want to get forcibly removed from crypto program and lose out the benefit of all the people who I've already shared it with. I've got all the packages I've already bought. I don't want to lose that passive income that I'm getting. And I think if I were to leave all my videos up, in fact, I know, because I was contacted, I know that they would have kicked me out of the program. And so I said, well, should I get kicked out of the program, or should I go ahead and and keep you know keep going on with crypto program and just take down the social. So for now, I've gotten the social media videos on private, but once crypto program gets more compliant, or once things settle down a little bit, I'll open the videos back up. So I didn't actually destroy the videos. They're still there. They're just on private, so nobody can see them. Next up, Novatech just needs to be honest about the fact that they've leveraged more than 20% of our money. They don't have the 80% sitting safely on a secure wallet. They lost the money during the trades. Now they're trying to earn it back. That could be, that could be true. I mean, it can happen, right? But if they were practicing their risk management principles, and if they had a good trading strategy. Not Let me just say something here, guys, because you brought this up, D. Vortic United, they show you all the trades that they do. So there's a button on the bottom left called reporting. So you hit that button called reporting, and it shows you all the successful trades that Jensen made, and also the unsuccessful trades that he made. So there's a lot of there's a lot more transparency there. Um, Next up, okay, Cynthia, this is D again. Cynthia said herself that there's no reason for payouts to take 2 or 3 weeks when they take 2 minutes to process on the blockchain. They're almost 6 weeks behind on some payments. Yep, you're right. She did say that, and you are correct. Obviously, there's a liquidity problem. Problem is they don't know we don't know why, and they're not to why don't they somebody screwed up with the trading, why not just tell us? I mean, we're big boys, we're big girls, we can handle it, right? I'm a big boy, I can handle it. Maybe you messed up, you screwed up, I can handle it. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, please do me a favor and smash that like button. I have had this is my first live broadcast with the Unlimited Freedom Network, and I think that it's been successful. Right, I'm getting a lot of interaction here from you guys, and I really appreciate all you guys who are giving me the support, the interaction, who are liking the video, who are coming in and dropping a comment. Next up, is all of Ontario and Canada shut down for participation at this point? No, there's still provinces in Canada. Okay, I'm not sure exactly which they are, but you want to, once again, this comes back to the communication. If they would just communicate better, then you would already know the answer to that. But they're not. They're like they're just not communicating. And maybe it has something to do with the fact that they blew up. They got real big real fast, and now they're maybe I know it can be hard when you explode real quick like that, but you got to get a support team. Excuse me, you got to get good communication. You got to fix it, right? Fix it. The months are rolling by, the weeks are rolling by. You've known about this stuff for a long time. What are you doing to fix it? Are you saying that the only thing you can do to fix this is take DAP and have him start a Telegram page? Is that your idea of fixing the problem? Because that's not good enough. That's not gonna work. You got to fix the problem. It's not enough just having DAP come out and make a Telegram group where he's singing the praises of NOVATECH. He's not talking about any of the problems. No, we need communication. We need you to tell us, here's what went wrong. Here's why it went wrong. Here's what we're going to do to fix it in the future so it doesn't happen again. That's what we need to see. Okay, we don't just need more people saying the same thing that we've already heard. Next up, if so, are they going to forward the funds to everyone's bonus accounts like they did California? Man, I certainly hope so. I certainly hope so. Okay, now here's a little bit of sauce for you guys. Here's a little bit of sauce. Did you know that my upline goes up into Canada? My NOVATECH upline. It's true. It does. It goes into Canada. And listen, I was on a Zoom call with my upline, my old upline from NOVATECH. Now they're trying to pivot over to GS Partners. You're going to see that with a lot of the leaders. They're pivoting over to GS Partners because what else are they going to do, right? NOVATECH, they can't do NOVATECH in Canada anymore. But that poor lady looked so stressed out, unbelievably stressed out. She looked bad, right? I can only imagine the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars that lady had in NOVATECH. And I don't know if she's gotten it back yet. You think she's going to tell me? She's not going to be honest about it, right? She's not going to say because she wants to project this successful, positive, powerful leader. She wants to project that so she can get us all to go sign up for GS Partners and try to make her money back. You know what I mean? It's like and it's just like she looked stressed, man. She looked stressed. All right. Can you repeat what you just said to your upline in a more aggressive manner? It would be very much appreciated. Oh, they know. They know. They know what I'm doing and they're not, they're just let's put it this way. They're leaving me alone about it because they told him, Vaughn, don't do anything on social media. Don't say NOVATECH on social media. Don't do anything. And I just said, oh, no, forget that. I'm going to talk about it. Come on. And so they, and they, you know, They already know, they already know. And what, like I said, what they're doing is they're pivoting over to GS partners. So don't you think that's, I mean, it's almost a little bit of a red flag that they're all pivoting over to GS partners. It's almost like they're admitting that there's a problem without actually admitting that there's a problem. Next up, Booyah. What's up, Booyah? Why did you agree to be on Ponzi Patrol when all this guy does, thumbnail wise, is try to troll on everyone's picture? Incredibly disrespectful in my eyes. Dang keyboard warrior he is. Well, yeah, I mean, that's a good point, man. It is disrespectful, and I didn't know he was going to do that. Right? I thought that we were going to be like we were going to have a nice back and forth. Maybe of course I knew we were going to disagree on some stuff, but I thought that he'd say something like, "Hey, uh, talked with Vaughn from NOVATECH, a good conversation." Something like that. I didn't think that he was gonna do me like that, right? I thought that when you had James Corbett on there, I thought that James did a terrible job, and I thought that James really you know really kind of deserved a bad thumbnail because just the way that he was acting on there, and then he was like personally attacking Brandon and all this other stuff. And so I thought, okay, I'm gonna do an interview and actually, let's try to build a relationship here. Let's try to build some sort of a partnership. We can be like, the sun and the moon, the good cop, bad cop kind of dynamic. You know what I mean? And so that's kind of what I really wanted to do. But yeah, man, I didn't know he was going to do me dirty on that thumbnail. I really didn't. And the thing is, it's not that it hurt me, but it hurt some people who care about me, and that I wasn't prepared for. Right? That I wasn't when people who cared about me, like family members and things like that, said, "Hey, this really hurts that this guy did this," you know, and so I kind of had to put that fire out and try to explain. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it's weird. Like, why does somebody do something like that? I mean, so instead of like working with me in the future, you just want to burn the bridge by putting out you know, like trying to do a hit piece or whatever. I don't know, man. I don't know. Next up, D Ham, you're 100. Shout out to D Ham, man. D Ham, you're awesome. You're always there in my comments. I appreciate you. True Seeker, you can't even say anything reasonable in the chat without being shamed for being an intelligent, critical thinker. Yeah. Oh, God forbid that we say anything that's against that's not towing the company line here. Guys, it has been 2 hours and 17 minutes, and it has been a wonderful 2 hours and 17 minutes. I'm going to be back at you guys with some more content later. Thank you for coming through. Once again, don't forget to hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. We'll see you guys on the next one. Links are in the description. Take care, guys.